Welcome back. We're joined again by Boy George and Hannah Jones, club singer, of course, collaborators on Hannah's latest single. Morning to you again.
Morning.
Now, I know if I was being terribly sophisticated, I'd ignore the fact that you've got a mark on your forehead. Go on, tell us all about it, because I know you get some very strange looks when you go to buy this, because this is for women, not men, isn't it?
The little spot is a bindi spot, and that's normally worn by Indian ladies, yeah. But I like to be cheeky.
That's right.
And the white thing is called a tilak, which is like an Indian symbol.
And do you know what it's a symbol for?
Yeah, it just basically means that it symbolises that you believe in God.
I see. Well, it's marvellous, and you look great. As, of course, does Hannah in this video that we've had a chance to see earlier on. I believe we'll have a chance to see a little bit more of it in a second. Did you enjoy making this?
I loved it. It's brilliant. Yeah, everyone was, the crew were brilliant. We were laughing and...
Yeah, some quite cute ones, weren't there?
They were, actually.
Yes. We saw a number of very nice boys in cut-off jeans in the background we spotted earlier on. It's a good job you didn't let him collaborate with you on the video, because he got his last video banned. How did that come about, George?
I think there's just sort of a lot of regulations about what you can and cannot do in a video, you know, and I think that, in fact, that kind of medium is becoming more and more restricted, you know, because there's only a few places you can actually show a video. And obviously a lot of them, you know, I mean, early in the morning, they're not going to show something too strong. Chart show normally stick to a really kind of, you know, they're quite strict as well. They don't, you know, so it's very difficult. So obviously you make a video. In fact, the record company, the people that banned it, they actually went mad when they saw it, and they said, this is going to represent you in a bad light. And I actually thought it was the best video ever made.
Which is a great pity that we never got a chance to see it.
Yeah, I'll send you a copy, though.
Thank you very much. Because the Madonnas of this world get away with an enormous amount, don't they?
Yeah, I think that if you're big, I mean, if you're a big star, then you can do what you want. You know, I mean, George Michael smokes in his videos, whereas other people get told they can't do that. You know, so I think there is obviously if you're making a lot of money for certain people, then you can get away with what you like. You know, it's always one rule for them and one rule for the others. You know, it's a shame actually.
Absolutely. Well, for those people who didn't get a chance to see this video that you've both worked on, the song you've both worked on, let's have a little look at it now. You and me must learn to choose what we... What a voice, Hannah. And the thing about that, we have to let the secret out. It looks as if it's some fabulous exotic location. It's Vauxhall, South London.
Well, that can be, obviously that can be very exotic.
And so use your imagination. You have to really use your imagination about Vauxhall, South London. And it took you back as well, because you filmed the old Culture Club.
Well, the last Culture Club video that we did, Move Away, the aptly titled Move Away, we did there, and I remember taking a huge vase and throwing it out the window at one of the band. So it was quite funny going back there.
I wouldn't say you're temperamental at all.
Memories, it was quite funny. It was a kind of deja vu, yeah.
You see all your memories. At the moment you're writing an autobiography, or at least it's just about to come out.
Well, no, it's not about to come out. It was meant to come out, but it's kind of taking a bit longer than it.
The lawyers got their hands on it, have they now?
It's more laughable than libelous. I guess there'll be a few upset people, but that's life.
It's interesting that when you go through all your past experiences, and obviously it's been very well documented, the difficulties that you've had, drug addiction, difficulties generally with the press and so on. Some people say when they write it down that it's cathartic, it makes them feel a lot better, and others that it takes them through it all and makes them suffer it all over again. How did you feel?
Well, you do get physical reactions when you're writing a book. I mean, I think it depends on how sensitive you are, you know. I mean, obviously, if there's things that you haven't dealt with, because, I mean, as well as writing things about other people, I'm writing about myself, and I'm finding out a lot of stuff about myself which I particularly don't want to hear, you know. So, obviously, on that level, you are experiencing, you know, you don't really want to be critical about yourself, and it is always uncomfortable. So you get to certain bits where you think, when you're writing about how arrogant you were and how demanding and selfish, that can be difficult, but it's very healthy because you're getting it out, you know. I mean, psychiatrists always tell you to write down, if you have a problem, to write down on a piece of paper, and it always looks more feasible on paper. It was kind of easy to work out. So it is a bit like an exorcism of sorts.
Well, at least we're going to have the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth, aren't we? And the dirt. This is what we like to hear.
Who did it with who and when and why? For how long?
Can't wait. Very soon.
Please, I didn't know you then.
Exactly. He's a very discreet friend to have. Hannah, the very best of luck with Strong Boy. I'm sure it's going to do superbly well. It's marvellous. And we'll look forward to reading all the filth.
We certainly will. And I have to say hello to Dottie Stevenson, don't I? Hello, Dottie. How are you doing? You're a friend of your man, friend George. Right.
Morning.
Hello, Dottie from Stevenage. Good to see you, and I hope you're watching. Now, if you're a Michael Jackson fan, stand by.